What is up, everybody? BlueDog35 here. This is going to be about the little things that go wrong and throw a wrench into your plans and all that stuff, you know, the best laid plans, ... I'll probably call this video that. Yeah. With a thumbnail of me going like, or something stupid. I don't know, maybe like, yeah. I have no idea. Crankcase above my head, about to throw it into a creek. Or a crick, as the people around here say. But anyways, this is the case half for my car. This is the right side case half, not that it matters. I ran into a bit of a snag today, and I've been running into a bunch of snags lately. My SSD for my computer died, so my videos are like super slow rendering and all that stuff. My computer takes like probably like 15 minutes to just like boot up totally and be ready to do something. Gotta love mechanical hard drives and how we're spoiled with solid state. But yeah, so I got Windows installed onto a an old laptop drive that I found. It's like 120 gigs and it barely can hold anything, but just until I can get a new SSD. I got my eyes on a WD blue SSD because my old SSD was an ADATA 256 or something. I don't know, it was nothing special, but there's a bee. Hello. Good thing I'm not allergic. Where'd you go? Ah, they love me. They smell like honey. I got the crank all cleaned, I got the connecting rods torqued down and on and lubed up and ready to go and all that stuff, and then it's like, alright, time for the block, so I put the rotating assembly away in a safe spot, and I grab my case half and I load the bearings in, and I'm like, alright, what next, alright, well, I need to do the seal around the parts where the oil and the water jackets meet, and then I need to get the O-rings, then I can plop the rotating assembly down and, you know, take the other case half and slurp it on there and be ready to go, and I'll have, you know, kind of a full rotating assembly, and I can start putting the pistons in and all that stuff. And so I go to my Felpro kit here. This is HS26170PT-1 if you are interested. It's the multi-layer steel gasket set for an EJ251, or I'm not sure what other applications, but I'm pretty sure it's most Subarus, most 2.5 liter Subarus. And so I'm looking through for the O-rings, and I find this guy, and I'm like, all right, well, this is the biggest O-ring in there aside from this one, and this isn't really an O-ring. This is a gasket for a thermostat. These non-Subaru thermostat gaskets just kind of like make them go away, toss them. They're no good. Subarus are picky with stuff like that. Don't know why, but always use, at least when it comes to a thermostat, always use an OE gasket. Pretty much always use OE gaskets all the time, because, yeah, at least with Subarus. So I go, and this guy, this is a water passage, so I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and plop this in, and it doesn't go in. It doesn't. It's supposed to key right in and, you know, be nice and snug and all that stuff, and that's how, you know, that's how O-rings work. We learned this from the Challenger in 1986, that if your O-rings aren't good, then you're gonna have a bad day. So it comes with another one. I'm like, all right, well, maybe they have two different sizes because maybe there's, you know, two different variants and case halves and blah 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 blah. Maybe let's give it a shot. So take this one off, set it aside. We'll take the other one. It's bigger. Very slightly, but it's bigger. So, Felpro doesn't care about, or, well, it's not that they don't care, it's that they don't do the research with the O-rings for the case halves. So now I have to spend $12 on this and get one from factory, which isn't a big deal. I know I just said get your stuff from the factory, but when you get an all-in-one kit, when you get a kit that's like, you know, everything is all one in a box. Everything you have is in a box, then you would expect it would be there. You would expect that it would work. So, that doesn't work. And let me find my thing. I have, this is my goodie bag here, and we've got, this is the bag of O-rings that came in the set. We've got these orange things that I have absolutely no clue what they do. They're right around the correct size for these ones. They're still slightly too big, but they're way too thick. I mean, these things, they're like 3 or 4 millimeters thick, and I don't understand why. I don't understand the point of them. I don't understand where they go. And I've looked it up and I can't find anything. So if you know where these go, say something. But other than that, with the O-rings that don't match or fit, and these massive orange guys, it's got a whole bunch of little ones, which is cool. It's got a nice little assortment. These ones, this one will probably work for the oil pump, and because there is an O-ring that goes in the oil pump. But it comes with 4 of these giant friggin' huge things. And then it's got these other ones with like a bevel on them that like they look like they're supposed to key in. They look like they're like countersink something or others for like wood. But they bend and they're made of rubber, and I have no clue what they're for. I legitimately have no clue what these are for. I mean, I understand that there's probably some other application that this gasket set applies to that I'm just not, I don't have, or I haven't seen, or, you know, wouldn't get, because this comes with like 6 or 7, well, not that many, but it comes with, well, that's an intake gasket. Here we go. This comes with like 3 different throttle body gaskets, because you have, you know, some cars, and it's even got an EGR gasket. You've got some cars that have EGR and some that don't, and some people that have deleted their EGR. But like these 2 gaskets, they do the same thing, but they're for different applications. So, you know, it's just a matter of like, this one's for my car and this one is not. I know this one's for my car because my throttle body has that little weird cutout. So they include that stuff, but they don't include a, you know, an O-ring or a set of O-rings that actually works. Kind of a rant when you pay, you know, almost, well, I don't think I paid $200, but if you buy this on Advance Auto Parts, this particular set, if you buy it from Advance Auto Parts, it's like almost $190 or something, last I checked. And you get it from Rock Auto, at least when I got it. Same part number, same everything. It's like 120, 115 maybe. I'm probably wrong, but there's a picture here somewhere so you can see. But yeah, so that's basically what happened today. I got the crank and the connecting rods torqued down and installed, and the bearings loaded and all that stuff. I double checked my work on the piston rings just to double check and triple check. I have my computer, I have a little laptop that I've showed you before with the factory PDF thing that tells you how, or all the specs to put everything on to and tighten up and all that. And yeah, it's kind of annoying when you get into a rhythm of actually, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, I'm doing stuff, I'm getting it done, and it's like, you know, I'm excited and putting stuff together, and, you know, it's like, I just want to keep going, because I keep looking and I'm like, it's starting to look like a motor, it's starting to look like an actual engine, because all I got to do is put the other case half on, and after I get the bolts in that hold the 2 halves together, I'm ready to put it on the stand and start putting heads on it, and, you know, timing gear and all that, you know, oil pump and water pump, all that stuff. I'm ready to, you know, and then your momentum is just boom. It's like pulling out of the pack at Talladega. You just stomp, hit a brick wall, So, yeah, until I can afford those O-rings that I had a picture of, and then until I can get those, I did get a free month of Amazon Prime, which is awesome. I just either heard someone dying or somebody, I don't even know. Maybe it was that parrot that lives next door. But, yeah, so I got bearings loaded in this half. So like I said, I'm at a standstill until I get those O-rings. What is cool is that kit even came with some black RTV, which is cool. It's not the same as the Fujibond that they use when they're assembling the case halves, but it works. It does just the same. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just rambling, rage, incoherent. But yeah, if you want to keep up with me on social media or anything else, either leave a comment here. You can check out my Instagram or my Facebook page. Talk to me on either one. And yeah, check out the links in the description. And yeah, questions, comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, death threats, all that stuff. Leave it in the link down below, or the chat box below. I'm gonna try and start streaming again soon with my video games and stuff. Once again, that falls into I gotta get the SSD fixed or the SSD replaced. So if it's not one thing, it's another. It's just a never-ending deluge of oh no. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.